Christmas is coming early to global Dokkan, but should you summon on the banner? How's it, everybody? Celtic Link here. We're back for another Dokkan battle video. In today's video, we are taking a look at this year's Starry Winter Night Dokkan Festival banner and determining whether or not you should summon on the banner or save your hard-earned stones. As always, when we do a banner evaluation, we take a look at the main featured new unit on the banner, as well as the rest of the banner, and we take a peek at what's to come to determine whether or not the banner is worth our stones or if we should save. So, jumping on into the main unit itself, we have the brand new Dokkan Festival LR Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Vegeta, and Super Saiyan Trunks. These units were released on the Dokkan Festival banner last week and are being re-released on this new banner with a bunch of other units. So if you're someone who had not pulled for this unit yet, this is a second opportunity to pull for the unit with a new banner along with a better featured category list. This unit is Bond of Parent and Child or Future Saga, category key 3, HP attack defense 170, and Battle of Fate category characters getting an extra 30% for the 200% lead. Bond of Parent and Child is an extremely powerful category. It contains all Gokus, all Vegetas, all Trunkses, all Gohans, basically all of the main Saiyan characters. It is a pretty powerful category. Now, all of them won't be on the Battle of Fate 200%, but still, as you guys may have seen in some of my showcase videos, they are an insane leader for an insane team, right? The main draw to their passive is the guarding all attacks and then building with each attack received. You guys have seen our Broly video, you've seen our Metal Cooler Core video, you've seen our Omega video on this guy. They tank hits. That is their main function, and they do it well. So if this is a unit you've not yet picked up, this is your chance to pick them up. So, as far as our first point, the main featured unit itself, while it is not particularly new, it's still new within the month, right? I would say the unit itself is a bonus, right? But not worth summoning on this banner for. If you are after the Vegeta and Trunks, my recommendation is to focus on their original Dokkan Fest banner, which if we do look up here on the in-game news, we can see that the banner is going to run until the 20th. So there is no need to rush to summon on this new banner for this unit. If it's the new unit you need, you're going to have a better chance of pulling them on the other on this banner versus the new Starry Winter Night banner that's releasing in about 12 hours from me posting this video. Now, the second draw to this banner is its featured list. It features the first return of the LR 7 years, the Super Saiyan Gods and the Super Saiyan 4s, as well as one of the first returns of the Tech Gogeta. The only other time this character has returned here is during Saiyan Day, and that's pretty much how it works for these end-of-year LR characters. They only show up twice a year, with the exception so far being Gobros. They seem to have ended up on like every banner, but the Blue Boys, the Gogeta, they've so far only showed up on this banner and Saiyan Day banner. So that's the main draw, is these 5 characters right here, as they probably not going to show up. The problem is, if it were just like, say, these 7, right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and ended with the Gobros, then it would probably be an alright banner. Or I guess since there's LRs, right, we would, let's end it with the MUI Goku. Like, if it ended with that and that was all, it wouldn't be such a bad banner. But this is a, what? We've got 6, 12, 18. This is a 20 featured unit banner, so the chances of you actually pulling the unit you want from this banner, astronomically low, making it not such a good banner, right? Unless you're pulling an LR animation, there's a good chance whatever animation you get, there's a higher likelihood it's going to be one of these older DFEs, which may not necessarily be beneficial to your account. If you got a brand new account, then obviously any new unit is good for you, but still can't make the recommendation to summon because the pool of units is just too large. It is important to also remember that we are getting free rainbow tickets up to 21, so if you really want to scratch the itch and summon on this banner, use your free rainbow tickets. Otherwise, given the large size of this pool, I cannot recommend summoning on this banner. It just too hard to get the new units. Now, I know what you're thinking, but Celtic, this is like, I missed the 7 years. I don't have another chance. Well, one, hopefully you've been saving your red coins, per my advice on almost every red coin video I've done so far. But if you haven't, consider this. All right, before we jump into some upcoming Dokkan Fests that are probably going to be more worth your stones, consider that 2 years ago, with the release of the AGL Pycon and Tech Janemba on the New Year's banner on JP, they returned the 5-year LRs. So it's entirely possible if you missed the 7-year LRs, these guys could return in April. So you may have a chance then. It's not a guaranteed, right? And we won't know till the New Year's banners drop, but it's worth considering that if you missed them. I know this is how I actually ended up picking up the Tech Gogeta, was summoning on, or not Gogeta, the Tech Vegito. I got the STR Gogeta, but I never got the Tech Vegito, so I actually ended up pulling them on this banner. So something to consider. If you're willing to wait it out, it may be better off doing that than summoning on this banner, because it's going to be really rough trying to pull the unit you want, and I just want to prepare you for that. Now, if you are still insistent on summoning this banner, well, let me show you a few things that are coming up that may change your mind. So we know that this banner is probably running to about the mid of the month, the 20th or so, and we know that there is a part 2 to this campaign via the in-game news, so chances are that part 2 to this Starry Winter Night campaign is going to be the Fuse Moss. It could change, but typically we do get a double raids banner in December, so if there is one, it's likely going to be the Fuse Moss. There's also a chance that there could be some superhero content or something big coming, being that they pushed all of this stuff forward, so keep that in mind, that Fuse Moss is coming, as well as something else this month that at this point we don't know what it is. And honestly, I would give my recommendation to this banner over that other banner. The Fuse Moss is that good. The Tapion and Minosha are good. The black can be good, as we've shown in our showcases of him. And with the Fuse Moss, he's even better. So something to consider. I would honestly recommend this banner over that. So just know that this is possible to come, as well as it might be a double rates banner if tradition holds for December getting us one. So there's also worthy of consideration that we will be getting the New Year's step up at the end of the year with 5 featured steps for 200 stones, guaranteeing you a minimum of 2 LRs. And as I've mentioned in my speculation before, it's entirely possible that this banner may increase the number of LRs that you get, especially considering that the 77 ticket multi earlier this year got us 3 LRs, along with the 50 ticket multi during Worldwide Celebration. So it's worthy of consideration that they may increase the number of LRs pulled, and if that's the case, 200 stones is better spent on this banner than it is on that banner, even if you did miss. It's worth considering, especially if you're missing a lot of the yellow coin LRs that are in the pool here. It's going to be a good option, as well as a chance to pick up any DFEs you might have missed throughout the year. So also recommend summoning on this banner over that banner, because if tradition holds, this is going to have a bunch of super and extreme class in the beginning, but the newer step is probably going to run. It ran up to AGL Gohan last year, so this year should run up to the Tech hand. So gonna have a pretty hefty list of good DFEs on it along with the LRs. So honestly, given that those two are the most likely guaranteed banners coming the rest of this month, I can't in full faith recommend this banner. There's just too much on it. 20 featured units is huge, especially when there's no guarantee, right? So I would say save, use your rainbow tickets, and hope for the best. I mean, I know that sounds terrible, but I would rather see you do that than waste your stones trying to chase a character on this and then not have them when they drop something crazy like Gohan or Piccolo or something in the middle of the month. I honestly would say that. But another thing to consider is if you are pay to play, right? If you're pay to play, we do know from the in-game news that there are going to be tickets, right? So there is going to be a Starry Winter Night pack that also includes a premium summon ticket with a guaranteed feature. So if you're pay to play and you're willing to go that route, I would say go the tickets to try to pick them up. But otherwise, I would not recommend using the stones on this. There will be a super multi discount, which is going to have the 100 stone discount, and then there'll be tickets. But even with all of that, right, getting the tickets for the summons, getting the super multi discounts, I don't think it's worth it. I still don't think it's worth it, guys. That's just kind of my opinion on it, because I want to see you guys save. I want to see you guys be able to pull, right, the Beast Gohan when he drops, or I want to see you have the stones to pick up the DFEs you missed from this year on the New Year's step up. So I can't in good faith recommend this banner no matter how many stones you have. I know I usually go with the if you have the tiered recommendation, right? If you have 1,000, I say maybe throw 200 or so, right? I cannot do that on this one. The banner's just not good. There's just too many featured units. It's going to be very unlikely that you pull a unit you want here. But at the end of the day, it's ultimately your call. That is just my recommendation. You do what's best for your box, but if you appreciate my recommendation and you appreciate my thoughts here, then please consider liking the video if you did like it. And subscribe to the channel if you have not already. And you know what? In the comments down below, let me know. Hey, guys, do you agree with my assessment here? Do you disagree? Do you really got to summon because you really need the Gogeta or you really need the 7-year LRs? Let me know where you guys stand on this in the comments down below. Otherwise, guys, as always, thanks for watching, and aloha.